Question is, what is the difference between statistical detection and rule-based detection models? Option A. Rule-based detection involves the collection of data in relation to the behavior of legitimate users over a period of time. Option B. Statistical detection defines legitimate data of users over a period of time, and rule-based detection defines it on an if-then basis. Option C. Statistical detection involves the evaluation of an object on its intended actions before it executes that behavior. Option D. Rule-based detection defines legitimate data of users over a period of time, and statistical detection defines it on an if-then basis. Correct answer is option B. These are the top 50 most common certification questions that you could have in your exam. If you want to download the complete list of current updated questions, please download it from the link provided in the description. Question is, what is the purpose of a vulnerability management framework? Option A. Identifies, removes, and mitigates system vulnerabilities. Option B. Detects and removes vulnerabilities in source code. Option C. Conducts vulnerability scans on the network. Option D. Manages a list of reported vulnerabilities. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, a network engineer discovers that a foreign government hacked one of the defense contractors in their home country and stole intellectual property. What is the threat agent in this situation? Option A. The intellectual property that was stolen. Option B. The defense contractor who stored the intellectual property. Option C. The method used to conduct the attack. Option D. The foreign government that conducted the attack. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what is the practice of giving an employee access to only the resources needed to accomplish their job? Option A. Principle of least privilege. Option B. Organizational separation. Option C. Separation of duties. Option D. Need to know principle. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, which metric is used to capture the level of access needed to launch a successful attack? Option A. Privileges required. Option B. User interaction. Option C. Attack complexity. Option D. Attack vector. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what is the difference between an attack vector and attack surface? Option A. An attack surface identifies vulnerabilities that require user input or validation, and an attack vector identifies vulnerabilities that are independent of user actions. Option B. An attack vector identifies components that can be exploited, and an attack surface identifies the potential path an attack can take to penetrate the network. Option C. An attack surface recognizes which network parts are vulnerable to an attack, and an attack vector identifies which attacks are possible with these vulnerabilities. Option D. An attack vector identifies the potential outcomes of an attack, and an attack surface launches an attack using several methods against the identified vulnerabilities. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, a security specialist notices 100 HTTP GET and POST requests for multiple pages on the web servers. The agent in the request contains PHP code that, if executed, creates and writes to a new PHP file on the web server. Which event category is described? Option A. Reconnaissance. Option B. Action on objectives. Option C. Installation. Option D. Exploitation. Correct answer is option C.